Level 1. The kid who finally swings back. You are 13 years old. You are skinny, weak, scared. No athletic background. No older brother. No clue how to fight. You joined the gym because a kid named Brandon pushed you into a locker and called it a joke. It was not a joke. Your dad says, just ignore him. Your mom says, tell a teacher. Your uncle says one sentence that will ruin and save your life. Learn where to put your hands. So you walk into a small MMA gym between a laundromat and a closed pizza place. The coach is named Rafa. Broken nose, cauliflower ears, tired eyes. The kind of man who has watched hundreds of boys confuse anger with purpose. He asks why you are here. You say you want to learn how to fight. He says no. You want to learn how not to be scared. You do not understand yet. First class. A girl your size takes your back in 40 seconds and chokes you until you tap like you are trying to send a message through the floor. Her name is Maya. She is 12. She smiles and says, good job. It is the most humiliating kind thing anyone has ever said to you. For 3 months, you lose every round. You get jabbed by accountants, kicked by teenagers, taken down by a man who sells insurance. You cry once in the bathroom, not because it hurts, because nobody here is impressed by your pain. At school, Brandon keeps pushing. Same hallway, same lockers, same laugh. On Friday, he shoves you in front of 3 kids and says, what are you gonna do? Cage fight me. Everyone laughs. You do not. Something in your body goes quiet. Brandon steps closer. You see his hands first. Not his face, not his mouth, not the kids watching. His hands. Rafa made you watch hands for 3 months. Brandon shoves you. This time, your feet do not cross. Your back does not hit the locker. Your hands come up. Brandon laughs and swings wide. Ugly, slow, angry. The kind of punch that only works on someone who closes his eyes. You do not close your eyes. You slip just enough. Your right hand lands on his nose. The hallway goes silent. Brandon freezes like his body betrayed his reputation. He swings again. You duck under, grab his waist. Both of you crash into the lockers. It is not beautiful. It is not a movie. It is 2 scared kids making a terrible noise against metal doors. But you are on top. For the first time, Brandon is breathing fast. For the first time, Brandon is looking around to see who saw. A teacher pulls you off. Your knuckles hurt. Your lip is split. Brandon's nose is bleeding. Nobody cheers. Real life is not that generous. But nobody laughs either. That is enough. Rafa finds out that night. He does not smile. He does not congratulate you. He tapes your hands before class and says winning a fight is easy to misunderstand. You nod. You still do not fully understand. But you know this. You did not beat Brandon because you were angry. You beat him because fear showed up and you did not let it drive. You keep coming back. Not because you are tough. Because fear has a schedule now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Level 2. Amateur fighter. You are 16, still skinny, still awkward, but your shoulders are starting to look like they belong to someone with a secret. You have trained for 3 years, boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, sparring. Saturday is supposed to be rest. You watch fights instead. Your first amateur bout is in a community center with bad lighting and 200 folding chairs. The cage door does not close on the first try. That should have been a sign. Your opponent is 18. Muscular, undefeated. He stares at you like he is trying to put fear directly into your body. You stare at the referee's shoes. Rafa leans in. Breathe through your nose until he makes you breathe through your mouth. You nod like, that makes sense. It does not. The bell rings. You forget everything. Footwork, jab, level changes, distance, gone. You throw a right hand from so far away, it needs a passport. He takes you down in 12 seconds, mounts you in 20, punches you until the crowd makes that sound crowds make when they enjoy something they should not enjoy. Then something weird happens. You remember Maya choking you when you were 13. You remember losing every round in the gym. You remember that panic is not an emergency. It is weather. You bridge. You shrimp. You get half guard. Rafa screams underhook. You do not know where the underhook is. Then you find it. Second round. You jab once, twice. He shoots tired. You sprawl. His head drops. Your knee comes up. Not clean, not cinematic. Enough. You win by TKO with 19 seconds left. Your record is 1-0. Your mom is crying. Your dad asks if this counts as a real fight. You say yes. He says then we should talk about insurance. That is who he is. You love him for it. That night, Rafa gives you a roll of white hand tape. Your first fight tape. Blood on one side, sweat on the other. Keep it. Not because you won. Because you did not quit when you were losing. You put it in a shoebox under your bed. You do not know it yet. But that dirty roll of tape will be in your locker the night you fight for a UFC title. Level 3. The Prospect. You are 19. Record. 8-1 amateur. Height. 5 feet 10. Walk around weight. 174. Fight weight. 155. Reach. 72 inches. Bank account. $312. Right knee. Already suspicious. You turn pro in a regional promotion that streams on an app nobody can find. The commentators mispronounce your name 3 different ways in one round. Your purse is $750 to show, $750 to win. You win. After taxes, medicals, gym fees, and gas money, you make less than the guy selling nachos outside. Everyone calls you a professional fighter. You cannot afford new tires. Your first pro loss comes in your 4th fight. You get caught in a guillotine by a Brazilian with 1 eyebrow and 19 submissions. You tap. Not late, not brave. Fast. The internet finds the clip. Someone comments that you tapped like rent was due. Rent is due. You read it 47 times. Rafa tells you not to read comments. Every fighter who says he does not read comments is either lying or not famous enough to have bad ones. You go back to the gym Monday, not for redemption, for rent. You take 3 fights in 5 months. Win 2 by decision, 1 by rear naked choke. Your record becomes 6-1. A manager named Derek messages you. He has a watch too big for his wrist and the kind of smile that makes contracts nervous. He says he can get you to the UFC. Rafa says anyone who says he can get you there is trying to get something first. Derek takes 20%. Rafa was right. Derek also gets you onto Contender Series. Derek was not completely wrong. That is how the fight game works. Bad people can open real doors. Level 4. Contender Series. Las Vegas. You are 22. Record 9-1. Your nickname is still undecided. A production assistant asks if you have a walkout phrase. You say no. She says everybody has something. You say I just fight. She writes down silent killer. You hate it immediately. Your opponent is 12-0. Former Division I wrestler. Jawline like a shovel. 8,000 followers. Haircut that required confidence before money. The broadcast team says he is UFC ready. They call you durable. Durable is what they call a chair. Round 1, he takes you down 3 times. Holds you there. Does not damage you. Does not let you up. The commentators call it high-level control. Your ribs call it a man lying on you professionally. Round 2, he shoots again. This time you time the knee. It lands clean. He falls into a place between awake and unemployed. You finish with punches. The arena goes insane for 11 seconds. Then everyone looks at Dana. Because in this sport, the man at a folding table can have more power than the referee, the judges, and God. Dana stands up, claps once. That one clap changes your tax bracket. You get the contract. Your mom calls before the interview. You do not answer. She texts that she is proud of you. Do not let them make you mean. You screenshot it. You never reply. Not because you do not love her. Because if you type anything back, you will cry on live television while a man with a microphone asks how bad you want this. You want it bad enough to become someone your mother worries about. That is not a slogan. That is the bill. Level 5. UFC Rookie. Your UFC debut is on the prelims. No crowd. Just corners, cameras, and the sound of every punch landing like wet laundry hitting tile. Your opponent is a 34-year-old veteran with 19 UFC fights. He has been ranked, cut, re-signed, injured, divorced, medically suspended, more times than you have fought under bright lights. He knows things you do not know yet. He knows how to stall against the fence without looking scared. He knows how to complain to the referee while digging his forehead into your jaw. He knows how to make a young fighter spend energy on emotions. You win round 1, you lose round 2. Round 3 becomes a place where technique goes to die. Your legs are heavy, your lungs burn. Your mouthpiece feels too large. Rafa is screaming numbers. You throw none of them. With 40 seconds left, he shoots. You sprawl. He keeps driving. Your back hits the fence. For 1 second, you think this is where I become a guy they almost signed. Then you remember your mother's text. Do not let them make you mean. So you do not fight angry. You fight clean. You frame. Circle. Knee. Elbow. He drops. You win by split decision. Your UFC record is 1-0. Your show money is 12000. Your win bonus is 12000. After taxes, manager, coaches, travel, medicals, and debts, you still cannot buy a house. But you can buy your mother new tires. So you do. She says you did not have to. You say I did. That is the first championship you ever win. Nobody gives you a belt for it. Level 6. Ranked fighter. You are 25. UFC record 6-1. Overall record 16-2. Weight class. Lightweight. Rank. Number 12. Followers 3,4,0,0,0. Left hand. Broken twice. Nose. No longer original. Sleep. Negotiable. You are not famous yet. You are famous adjacent. Famous enough for strangers to ask for photos at airports. Not famous enough to skip economy. Your first-ranked opponent is number 8. A striker from Dagestan with elite takedown defense and the emotional range of a parking meter. He does not talk trash. That makes him worse. Trash talk gives you somewhere to put fear. Silence makes fear echo. The fight is in Abu Dhabi. You spend fight week pretending the cut is normal. It is not normal. You are 174 on Sunday, 155 on Friday morning, 19 pounds removed from your body, like it owed someone money. The last 2 pounds come out in the bath. Hot water, towels on the floor, Rafa with a timer. You say, I cannot. He says, I know. You say, no, I really cannot. He says, I know. He does not motivate you. Motivation would be disrespectful. He just sits there while you suffer. That is love in a sport too embarrassed to call it love. You make weight by a quarter pound. The next night, you win by body kick in round 4. Performance bonus, $5,000. Your dad calls and says, great kick. Also, put half of that away. You say, Dad, I just knocked out the number 8 guy in the world. He says, exactly. You will owe more taxes. That is who he is. You love him for it. You are number 6 now. People start saying title run. Title run sounds glamorous. It means everyone you fight from now on is either a killer, a former killer, or a young killer using your name as a ladder. Level 7. The rival. His name is Nico Reyes. Record 18-0. Age 24. Followers 2.8 million. Nickname El Viper. He talks like every sentence has already been clipped for social media. You meet him at a press conference. He wears sunglasses indoors. That tells you almost everything. He says you are boring. He says you fight like a tax return. He says the UFC is protecting you because you are marketable to dads. The clip gets 12 million views. You laugh on stage because that is what professionals do when they want to throw a chair. He keeps talking. He says you are not a fighter. You are a gym habit with gloves. The crowd laughs. You look at him. Not his sunglasses, not his grin. His hands. His right thumb is taped. Small detail. Tiny. Almost nothing. 3 months later in round 2, you kick that hand every time he reaches. By round 4, he cannot jab. By round 5, he blinks every time you feint. You win 49-46. The headline says, Nico Reyes suffers first loss. Your best win is written as his tragedy. That is how this works. After the fight, he hugs you and says you are better than I thought. You say I know. That is the meanest thing you have ever said. Your mother texts that she saw that. You do not screenshot this one. Level 8. Title fight. Madison Square Garden. You are 27. Record 21-2. UFC rank. Number 1 contender. Opponent. Champion for 3 years. 5 title defenses. Black belt. Southpaw. Cardio like a machine. The promo calls it destiny. It is not destiny. It is paperwork, scar tissue, and 14 years of choosing the gym when nobody would have blamed you for going home. Fight week, they ask what this belt would mean. You say everything. That is a lie. The belt would mean a lot. Everything is your mother in a parking lot outside a gym when you were 13. Everything is Rafa sitting by the bathtub while you cut weight. Everything is the white tape in the shoebox. Everything is getting folded by a 12-year-old girl named Maya and coming back anyway. The belt is just the first thing strangers understand. Round 1. The champion drops you with a left hand. Not a flash knockdown. A real one. The kind where the canvas comes up too fast and the crowd makes a sound you know from every small show where a dream got interrupted. You survive. Round 2. You lose again. Round 3. You stop chasing him. You watch his chest. Not his hands. Not his head. His chest tells the truth before his punches lie. He shifts before the left. Every time. Round 4. He shifts. You step outside. Right hand. He falls. Not all the way out. Enough. You jump on the neck. Guillotine. He taps. The referee pulls you off and you are standing before you understand. You stood up. Someone wraps the UFC belt around your waist. It is heavier than you thought. Rafa is crying. Your dad is pretending not to. Your mom is not pretending. A reporter puts a microphone in your face and asks how it feels. You look at the camera. You had a speech. You forget it. So you say the only true thing. I was scared the whole time. The arena gets quiet for half a second. Then it erupts. Because everyone watching has been scared the whole time too. They just needed someone bleeding on pay-per-view to admit it. Your life as a UFC fighter is not the belt. It is the first day you walked into the gym because you were afraid. It is the losses nobody remembers. The money that disappeared. The weight cuts. The broken hands. The bad contracts. The hotel rooms. The old tape in a shoebox. You became champion because you learned the one thing nobody can fake. Fear does not leave. You just stop letting it make decisions. If this story stayed with you, leave a thought below. Subscribe.